with hearback, the signals can be quite weak. So if you want to send, the best thing to do is knock up the masters, and then you can control it on here. So 1, 2, 7, 8 is useless because it hasn't got the output correctly on the unit. TC send is for reverb. So the only auxes you need to put up are hearback 3, hearback 4, hearback 5, hearback 6. These 4. So chuck them to 10. And then hearback 1 and 2 is just your stereo. Then over here, 1 and 2 are useless. It's just 3, 4, 5 and 6.
No phone on number 2.
That's fine. It's just 3, 4, 5 and 6. And these 2 are your stereo sends.
Oh, you won't really need the stereo ones anyway.
No, I don't think so. A is 1. So it's just A you need. And that will send a stereo signal. So all that will do on this, for example, is to keep your panning in the headphone. So if you wanted to do an overall stereo mix for your hearback, you could do that. So you send the level to the master here. So if someone says I want more kick drum on channel 3, it'll be there. So you go, okay, more kick drum, less kick drum. The way you assign where it's coming from, so if you solo 3 for us, Chris, hearback 3, the way this works, you can tell what you're sending now because you soloed that, so you can hear just that one channel. I'm now sending it the short fader. So that is the input from the microphone. So if the person wanted to hear exactly how they sound on that microphone in the room, without any effects from Pro Tools, you use the short fader, click that in. If you want to hear the Pro Tools with all the effects on it, so you might be running it through Pro Tools and back into the hearback for reverb, or you might be sending them tracks that have already been affected in Pro Tools. You leave that unplugged and you set the gain here. The problem is with this, you want to click pre. So you're not really going to send a short fader, you probably are going to send a Pro Tools signal, so don't click short fader in, but click pre in, because otherwise your fader, your mix is going to affect what they're hearing. So it's now pre-fader, not post. That's what pre means, right? So your fader won't affect it, but your gain will. So now Tom should be able to hear that if he has that on 3. So if you unsolo 3, and talk to him and ask him, he should be able to hear it. Tom, can you hear Alan Partridge? If you turn the master up on that.
Had to be on a short fader.
What?
Oh, you might be right.
Had to be on a short fader too, so you can hear it.
Use that one, can't you? Speakers in there, you can hear it.
So short fader on the auxes.
No. Why? Let's say we're sending the Pro Tools. Okay, let's send short fader. Okay, we'll send short fader.
Can you put your headphones back on, please, Matt?
Right, that should be it.
Can you hear us? Yeah. You can hear Alan Partridge on aux 3 now. Right.
4 and 2 aren't playing anything because they've got phones on them.
So it's got 3.
So, but you should have Alan Partridge and. Can you hear Alan Partridge? You can hear Alan Partridge, right, on his one, and then you can hear number 3. The third channel, you can hear the third one.
Yes.
About 4, 5 and 6.
What did he say?
Right, yeah, that's because we haven't sent anything else to you yet.
Number 3 is on. Yeah.
Why don't you just turn them all up and get him to select through them?
Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing, actually, essentially. That's a good point. Yeah, send it all to 3. Yeah.
So it isn't.
Forget everything else. Send it all to
3, 4, 5 and 6.
Yeah. What am I doing? That's my confusion. Right, well, that should be it. Ask him if you can hear Alan Partridge on every channel. Can someone ask him?
You're Alan Partridge on every channel. Yes, no.
Yeah, apart from 7 and 8. What's he saying? Tell him that the microphone.
Not on 5 because
tell him how microphones work.
Not on 5 because the fader, short fader is not pressed in.
Right, there you go. That's
Should
it.
be hearing on 5 now.
How about now?
And he should be hearing it on the stereo as well now.
How about now? 5, yeah? Okay.
Right, that should be it. That's it. It's a bit confusing, but that's essentially it. A master with these. Essentially all it is. And then it's all about making sure you get your routing correctly in your head. Because this is essentially a fader. Just think of it as a different mix. That's how I do it.
Stop it.
And the talkback is native. You don't have to worry about that. It should. I think it goes to stereo 1 and 2 on the box. But you don't have to route it through.
No.
Another problem you might run into is the limiters on them. People tend to knock them down for no reason. You don't really need a limiter. You're not going to do... Unless there's something screaming, you know, that's what they're there to protect. They're there to protect overloads. But people tend to knock them right down, and then it sounds like shit, and they wonder why. So, that's what it is. Cool. Right, last one.
Thanks, Tom. That's it.
Oh, I suppose you get one more thing. That is the hear back to talk for the headphones, if it's plugged in. These are the main speakers in the room. There's 2 big speakers in there, and you can use that to hear it. And actually, we'd probably be able to hear them if you send that to the short fader. Hello? 1, 2. 1, 2. There you go. Cool. Banging.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Can I just